What's up guys, welcome to another video. It's actually my second video on the Forza Formula 1 channel, and this is gonna be a race review video, the highlights of the 2018 Belgian Grand Prix. I'll be doing it while I'll be playing the F1 2018 game, which is finally out, guys. It was released on the 24th, so I just had a couple of things to be done before I started playing. First things first, before I start putting a bit of highlights of the race, I just want to thank Beyond Technologies from Kandy here in Sri Lanka. They're quite awesome guys. I had my PC sorted out. I bought quite a few upgrades, since we are talking about Formula 1 onto my PC. It's an awesome machine now. It's when I first tried the F1 2018 game in my old spec, the game was a bit laggy, and technically, yeah, fine. F1 2018, yes, there was a huge graphics, not a huge, but let's say 30 to 40% graphic enhancement on my point of view. So the machine was I wasn't getting the proper FPS during the game, so I thought, yeah, fine, let's go for a small upgrade. So I'd like to thank Beyond Technologies from Kandy. They're awesome bunch of guys, and I think everyone in Sri Lanka who's watching this channel, if you guys want a machine, please go ahead and visit these guys in Kandy. It's a road trip. You might like it. You might enjoy going to Kandy and coming back with a nice beauty. These guys are awesome. So let's start with the race highlights. I'll be going more sort of like Ted's notebook style, team by team, on the order that they finished. So week in and week out, or race in or race out, I might go from top to bottom or bottom to top. So it depends. My choice. Even Ted, he doesn't. He just takes it out, out casually. So, well, so let's start. First things first. That's the start of the race. Wow! Again, Spa-Francorchamps giving one of those amazing starts. Yet again, I don't know what's wrong with that corner. What's wrong in the sense, it's a beautiful corner. It gives us lots of spectacular starts. And yet again, we had a 2012 reminiscent, a similar crash to that of 2012 involving a Renault. Back then it was a Lotus and Alonso. The only change was that the only difference is that Alonso is a McLaren and he was at the back of the grid. And back then, in 2012, he was fighting for the championship. And I think that's why he lost the championship in 2012, apart from this crash at Suzuka. So yeah, the start was amazing. Especially at the front. Let's take Sebastian Vettel, who finished P1. Congratulations to the winner. P1 and P2 Lewis Hamilton, who had a bit of a fight, which sort of decided the race right from the beginning. Sebastian Vettel needed to get that jump if he needed to get the win, because he needs the win. He needs to cut those points from Lewis. Lewis gave a fight, but the Ferrari was too strong on the straight. I think they had a bit less wing than what they had last year, which helped them gain a lot on the straight. So yeah, a good first win by Sebastian Vettel. But then at the end, when Vettel hit the tire cliff, Lewis still had the tires on, so he started pushing, he started closing on the gap. And I was watching the race with my friend on TV, and man, it was so close that I stood up, at the once Sebastian Vettel fell in, because the undercut is somewhat strong around Spa. So I don't know what, but Lewis had a great outlap, and I think Sebastian had a so-so inlap, and the 3.5 second gap which Sebastian had when Lewis Hamilton came in was reduced to 1.2 seconds, and that was really strange, and it was like a touch and go, and especially with Lewis battling it out with the Red Bull. So yeah, and then the second stint, Sebastian had the pace to keep Lewis behind, and I think Lewis had the thought of okay, what the hell, we're not gonna fight these guys now today, so we might as well save the engine. So Lewis Hamilton just didn't push too much in the second stint, and hence the gap of 11 seconds to the winner. So it's 25 points to Sebastian Vettel and 18 points to to Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes. Then again, Kimi Raikkonen and Valtteri Bottas on the two teammates of Mercedes and Ferrari. Valtteri Bottas, amazing job he did starting in P17. He had such an amazing race. He had so many overtakes, and he's again showing us what he can do if he has a clean weekend. So I think the Finns are having sort of a bad luck omen this year again, like last year. Clearly, in my point of view, they're not the number 2 drivers, but they look like number 2 drivers because of the unlucky incidents that they keep on having. But Valtteri Bottas just showed us again that he's up there with Lewis, and even though the points doesn't show, he should be having a couple of victories under his belt. So I hope that the luck turns out and he keeps on, and he at least wins a couple of races before the end of the season. Kimi Raikkonen, unlucky guy. Like I said, he was involved in the big crash at the start of the race. His rear wing was he had a rear puncture, and his rear wing I think got damaged, and he had a DRS failure. Therefore, the team had to retire the car. So again, coming into the weekend, Kimi was a lot stronger, especially in the free practice sessions, and we thought that okay, fine, I think Kimi has what it takes to take pole, because at one point during the weekend it was sort of like Kimi had at least 4 10s or 5 10s, or maximum let's say 3 10s on Vettel. But when it comes to qualifying and the race, it is always Vettel who comes up on top. And so this might hurt a bit, in terms of the Constructors' Championship, but anyways, then next up is the Force India. Sergio Perez 5th, Esteban Ocon 6th, and yet again this team is showing results that a small budget team, okay, you can't call them small budget team because they've been bought by the Stroll family, and now they're technically called Racing Point Force India. But these guys don't have the resources, the same resources that Ferrari, Mercedes, or Red Bull are having, or even Renault are having. So for them to finish 5th and 6th after such a tough summer, I think you gotta give them a team of the weekend, some sort of that kind of an award, because especially to Esteban Ocon, he's been a lot under pressure. I think you need to give this guy a proper run and a good team, because this guy is championship material alongside Max Verstappen. So I think I forgot Red Bull, right? Okay, sorry guys. The Red Bull, Max Verstappen 3rd, and Daniel Ricciardo again, he had to retire because of the damage at the start of the race. His rear wing got hit by, I think, Fernando Alonso. They bought him during the safety car session. They brought Ricciardo in, and they fixed Ricciardo's car, and he was trying to unlap himself. I think Christian Horner was coming on to race, I think on Sky Sports, and on Channel 4, saying that in case there is a safety car, Ricciardo can unlap himself and be at the back of the grid of the cars, so that he can start overtake and maybe a chance to score a point. But in the end, then Ricciardo, Red Bull had to retire them. So Force India, like I said, awesome team, awesome job, awesome team again. That's a good load of 18 points for Force India teams, because they're technically starting from the back, because the points have been taken and they're left to start scoring again from the beginning. Then we get on to the two Hasses, Roman Grosjean 7th and Kevin Magnussen 8th. They had a quiet race by themselves. From the moment they started the race, they just were there by themselves. That off 2 seconds was separating the two. So 10 points for Ferrari, again showing good pace both in qualifying and in the race. And yet again, Kevin Magnussen has been quite consistent in his point scoring this season, and he's that close to winning. He's in that battle of winning the best of the rest championship, because I think now there is this A championship and B championship formed in drivers' minds. So I think Kevin Magnussen wants to win the championship for his own title. He won't get any trophy for it, but it is the pride that he would like to have. Then we get on to Toro Rosso. A good race by Toro Rosso Honda, especially on the power track. The Honda engine is showing good signs, and this bodes well for Red Bull, because Red Bull are ditching Renault engines, brand Tagliura, for Honda for next season. So I think this is promising. Pierre Gasly finishing P9 points, 2 points for Pierre Gasly. Yet again, Pierre Gasly is showing signs of being a good driver, and that's why he got promoted onto becoming a Red Bull driver from next season. And then we have the Sol Sauber finishing in P10, while Charles Leclerc, unfortunately, he was part of the collision, he had to retire. So those are the top 10, and then we have Carlos Sainz in the Renault, and Nico Hülkenberg getting retired, so P11 and DNF. I would call it a race incident. I wouldn't say that Nico had any. I mean, he had a brake failure for sure, maybe. But yeah, Nico, I don't find giving him a 10th-place grid penalty. But I think I saw on some Twitter forums and some race forums that Nico should have got a race ban. But thing is, guys, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but in my opinion, back in 2012, Romain Grosjean got a ban because he was keep on having first lap failures, first lap crashes with other drivers, and hence why Romain Grosjean got a 1 lap race ban back in 2012. In Nico's case, well, we hardly see him making mistakes, so even if he does, he raises up his hand and he says that it's his fault. So a 10th place grid penalty drop is okay, because he technically ruined other drivers' race. And then we get on to Williams, who are P12 and P13. What can I say about these guys? They benefited from others crashing, otherwise they would have been coming down last. And it's sad to see Williams back at the grid, because they need to be up there fighting for that best of the rest. So I think with Lance Stroll moving on to Force India maybe during this season, in my own opinion, and I don't know whether Claire Williams will hear me out here. I don't know whether she will, or whether anyone of the Williams team will. In my opinion, guys, Williams, I think you guys need to go for a stronger driver lineup. With a, let's say, a senior guy and a young guy, just like you had with Felipe and Stroll back then, or Felipe and Valtteri. And that lineup works because you guys need to have someone who's got experience into developing the car, and someone who you guys can invest on in the future, and who can gain experience, a lot of experience. And when you have, I'm not gonna tell out names, and when you have drivers like who say that, oh, I didn't learn from this guy, I did my own thing, and it's not that not that good looking for the team as well. And I really want Williams to be up there, battling it out with the top teams, and they are quite a team with a good heritage. So I really hope that next season is gonna be a turnaround for them. And then we get on to McLaren, Stoffel Van Dorn P15, and Fernando Alonso, the one who will retire by the end of the season, the two-time world champion, the one who's going for the Triple Crown, is retired again. Again McLaren is... McLaren and Williams, they need to do some restructuring if they want to get if they want to become competitive again. It takes... We've seen what Mercedes did, we've seen what Red Bull did, and we've seen what Ferrari did. All these teams who were competitive and then had this period of time where they weren't competitive, they had to restructure. They had to, keep on. And look at what Renault. Look at what Renault is doing. Renault came back in 2016. They virtually had. They didn't, invest much on car development. They started investing much on restructuring the factory, restructuring the aero department, restructuring the power unit department, because that's what they were lacking. And they set goals for, let's say, in 5 to 6 years' time, they will be at this level. And I think that's the main reason what drove Ricardo in signing with Renault, because I think he has seen something. It's kind of the similar move that Ricardo had, that Lewis Hamilton had. So it's gonna be fun to see in the next couple of years where how Renault fares in the championships coming up ahead in 2019 and 2020 and 2021. So yeah, so that's the race review. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. So yeah, coming on to the game. I think you guys saw the gameplay. Me playing a 5-lap race at Spa for the occasion. I'm sorry, I think my driving skill is not that good. Not like the pros out there but probably by the end of next year I should be trying to upgrade myself, trying to gain that few couple of seconds, and that pushes me closer to the top of the leaderboard, and henceforth I'm trying to get into the esports championship. So wish me luck, guys. So yet again, that's the end of this video, and I hope you like it. So subscribe to my channel if you like the channel. If you like the videos, there'll be more videos coming up in the future. I think either today or tomorrow I'll be again uploading another video with an onboard lap at Monza, which is coming up next weekend, the coming up weekend, and it's again one of one of my favorite tracks. So yeah, I might do a special video with a friend of mine who is also an F1 fanatic like I am. With him, a preview of the Italian Grand Prix coming up this week. So stay tuned onto my channel. Like I said before, subscribe, comment, like it, dislike it, but do whatever it is. I hope you enjoyed, and see you again next time. See you guys. Bye bye.